All right, let's get into this. Donald Trump, he's at it again. This time he is sending alleged gang members, and I say alleged because they had zero due process, and ICE has made a shit ton of mistakes imprisoning like actual citizens, okay? Alleged gang members off to a hellhole in El Salvador. And that's despite a court order saying, sir, nay, 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 nay. Like, they were appealing the order, but they had not yet gotten a verdict on it, and they were still shipping it out anyway. Direct violation of a standing court order. You don't just get to do what you want while something's in appeal and clean up the mess later, and I really think that's what they're trying to do here. And the real kicker about this is that these so-called Patriots, MAGA, are cheering this bullshit up. But are we surprised? These people, they don't have long-term vision. You know, the me crowd is thrilled about this shit, of course. Out there, you know, wagging their flags and talking about how they're defending freedom, not even realizing that this is actually total fucking anarchy, what they're supporting. They love to talk about, you know, law and order, except when this law and order stands in the way of what their Godhead wants to do. And then they're like cheering him on like some kind of fucking hero when he's breaking the law. Fuck the courts. Fuck due process. Forget anything that makes America America, because that's literally what they're backing right now. You are like so caught up in your own way that you're just like literally going to let this man burn down the very system that's supposed to protect you, to protect our country from becoming a dictatorship. So now you're just going to like jam all of these illegalities right down the throats of Americans everywhere besides yourself. In the name of what? Certainly not patriotism. Certainly not freedom. Certainly not due process. You really are taking the mindset of, who needs that pesky democracy when we're getting what we want anyway? That is literally what you're doing right now. But let's get back to this headline, okay? Let's get back to the fact that we're sending alleged gang members to an El Salvador mega prison without a shred of evidence. Because again, no due process, no court dates. They just rounded them up based on warrants alleging behavior. And, you know, the precedent this is setting is chilling. Because remember, El Salvador is also offered to take American prisoners because what we pay them will help go towards the cost of continuing the building of this 40,000 bed mega prison. Could you imagine a riot in this place? Oh my God. What happens when like you, a neighbor, a family member, a kid next door gets dragged into this type of situation? They have no due process, no trial. They just get sent off to this foreign hellhole. I know right now you're thinking you're being dramatic. This is slippery slope. This can't happen. We've already had an incident of a veteran being unlawfully arrested. We have had citizens detained because ICE didn't like their attitude for being questioned, even though they had proof that they were legit. Is this really the America that you fucking love so much? One where you get to like cherry pick who gets rights and who doesn't. Because this can quickly become a two-way street, honey. A two-way street. And I really hope it never does. I just don't understand why so many people, they like go full patriot mode, right? Acting like they've got it all figured out. But the second somebody like questions their dear leader, Mr. Trump, full cult mode. Full cult mode. We saw this type of behavior, okay, with Osama bin Laden's followers. We saw this with those who supported Hussein, those who supported Assad. We see this now with Putin's own lackeys and those who support him. They are the result. They are the reality of what happens when you ignore a president who thinks he's above the law. President who thinks he is the law. I just don't understand why people think this is how America is supposed to fucking work. Like, this is not freedom, folks. This is not what the founding fathers had in mind when they set up the whole checks and balances thing. When Trump does not get what he wants, that is a check. Allowing a president to run wild and do exactly everything they want is not a balance. It's weird because Biden got checked all the fucking time, over and over. These checks and balances were wrote up and they're in place just so that one guy just can't do whatever the hell he fucking wants. But for some reason, you feel like that this is how it's supposed to be. You really need to be thinking long game here. Trump is not immortal, okay? Think beyond like the next tweet, the next rally. You need to really be thinking about the type of country we're going to be leaving behind when we're allowing this type of crap to happen. But I know, y'all are just, you're hell-bent on getting your way or the highway no matter what. Like no matter what. Which is very, very unfucking patriotic. So, you know, I guess just enjoy the show while you can, you know. Enjoy the America that you think you're defending while you can, because right now it's already slipping through your fingers.